What were the wheels?
35 Ford.
Are those still the ones that you hit with a grinder to make them wider?
Yeah, they are.
You can't even tell. Was there a lip right here that you stopped at?
Oh no, these are real ones. These aren't the ones that I ground down.
Okay.
These were real old tires.
Something.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got those others in the shed. I can show you those.
They had different rims or something.
Yeah, when I first started out, I didn't have these big wheels back here. I had the old wide, there's an old pair of some kind of off-brand white letter tire. And it made the back end of it a lot lower. And I didn't like it because the back tires looked smaller than the front tires.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find anything that was right for the back. What I was looking for, I wanted this tire to be taller than the car, like here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because the frame is there, I can't get the car any lower unless I cut the frame in half and put it back together, which I may do at some point. But I did find a really big tire, so I'm pretty close. You know, it's not quite taller. It's not taller than the car,
You're
but
almost level. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Put a little more air in it, you'll be there.
Yeah.
You ever tow anything with that trailer head?
I haven't. I hung a camera on it once.
Oh, did you?
I stuck a thing in there and I stuck a bar up and I tried to aim a camera. And it was way too bouncy, but I was trying to. And the idea was that we could tow something. This little trailer right here hardly weighs anything. And
you'd have to beat that all up though, or something to make it match.
Yeah. We've had a lot of thoughts about campers, trailers. There's actually a gorgeous little Scotty for sale, but they want $5,000 for it.
Little teardrop style ones?
Yeah, little Scotty teardrop. It's a beautiful thing, but $5 grand's kind of a lot to give for something that's that small that you really, it's kind of like, it's all about the look.
And there's not that much to them too. It's not like they have bathrooms and all that.
Yeah,
It's a fairly simple
Yeah,
setup.
it's just like a tiny little bed inside. Like me and Trish would have to sleep on top of each other, literally. But it's cute. It sure would look good behind that Ford. Go ahead and raise the lid there.
I like your pumpkin protector.
Yeah.
I think it's just so cool. You see the videos of it, but then when you actually go look at it in real life, you see it.
Is it like Charlie? It's smaller than it looks in real life?
No, no. I didn't say that. But you guys are fighting for that plate too, huh?
Well, there's a story behind that plate. We used to race back when I first came to Maine. I actually rolled into town on a double wide Freightliner, and you know, took a look around and thought this would be a cool place to live. But I met this woman and she had a 12-year-old kid, and he was at that age where she was worried about him. She's a single mom, you know. And I said, well, if you want to know where your kid is every Saturday night, build a race car. And so we bought an old car and put it in the garage, and I put a cage in it, and he wasn't interested. So thing sitting in the garage, and I kept tinkering with it for a few years, and one day he showed up, and all of a sudden it's like a little light went off in his head. He was like, hey, did you say something about a race car? You know. So me and him started, you know, we went out and actually cut the cage out of the one I'd been building and found a bigger car with a V8 in it and slammed it into it, and we started racing. We raced for 7 years, and that was the name of our race car. We were the homemade racing team. And so
you already had the plate, or no?
Yeah, well, he had the plate on his. He had an El Camino, and he had, when he got old enough to drive, because he started racing when he was like 15. So, you know, he was racing before he was driving on the street. But when he got a car, he got that homemade plate, and then at a certain point, he let that plate expire. So I picked it up when I've got this, and so that goes along with the. I got pictures of the old homemade race car.
What was the cars?